Oh, hi guys, it's Dave here from Metal Roos. I'm joined today by Patrick Mameli from Pestilence. How you doing, mate?
Yeah, I'm doing great, man. It's a pleasure to talk to you. From people in a country where I haven't been before. So it's going to be a blast, and a lifelong time dream. It's crazy, 35 plus years in Pestilence has never been to Australia. What's up with that?
Yeah, well, I guess we are one of we're the country that's really the other side of the world for most people. So we do get that a lot. Obviously, a lot of bands come here now, but yeah, it's good you're coming. People are excited.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. It's been, like I said, it's been a dream, and I've seen so many times that it kind of boils down to plane tickets, the cost of the plane tickets, and then the promoters are kind of hesitant, and then you got your local promoters, and everybody wants their share. So it's been difficult, but finally it's happening, and I'm glad, very excited, and thanks to Dave Haley, from
Yeah,
Psychroptic to help us out and
yeah,
making this happen as well. So, kudos to this guy, man.
yeah. Awesome, awesome. He does a fair bit for the scene over here, so which is
Yeah.
great.
And plus he's a very nice guy, so that's awesome.
Yeah, awesome, awesome. All right. So, what are you kind of most excited about for Australia? It's obviously new territory for you. What do you kind of know about it and excited?
Well, I know that the Australians are conservative in their metal music. Meaning that they are since day one. When all this stuff started back in the 80s, and that they're still going strong. Like I kind of compare them to Latin America or South America, where it still is a big deal, and they promote their own bands. They're very loyal to the bands, and they're very loyal to the scene, and Uh, uh, yeah, so I think it's going to be a blast, especially for us not having played there ever, and now we get to play 30 years worth of music for you guys.
Yeah, yeah,
So that's crazy. I mean, we've been around the globe a few times, or not the globe because we're not on a globe, we're on a plane. Anyways, is that we've been around a couple of times and never been there. So, we're very fond of our Latin America fans. Been a few times to the States. We know Europe. We know some of the fans in Czech Republic, Poland. You name them. Everybody's crazy, but I just don't know how they are going to react over there in Australia to see us perform the first time. I think it's going to be rowdy and wild, which we love.
yeah, yeah. It often is over here, and it's a lot of bands really love the crowd. People are generally nice, so you're going to meet kind of some nice people on tour as well as I don't know how you kind of interact. Sorry, with fans. You'll have fans kind of they'll be really nice. Generally, we're nice people over here and love bands
Yeah, well,
overseas.
that's another thing that I've heard, that you guys are very, very nice people. In general, just the mentality of it, everything. So I'm really looking forward to that, and shaking some hands and meeting people and giving some autographs, because that's what it's all about, is making people happy, because there's a lot of shit in the world already. So we have to make sure that we get to entertain and make a lot of happy faces.
Yeah. And what can we kind of expect set list wise? Because obviously you've got 35 years, isn't it? So
Yeah.
what can we kind of expect over here?
Well, it's been a huge struggle, talking to the guys, and everybody's got their favorite songs, and then it's just like, then I decided we can't have a democracy, because it's just too crazy. They'll be playing for 3 hours if we play all the songs that everybody in the band wants to play.
Yeah,
So, but what we're trying to do is we want to give a nice overview of all the stuff that we've done in the past, and also looking into, to this distant future, because we have a lot of material that we haven't played live,
yeah,
from Exidium, for example. So we want to play pretty much a lot of stuff that everybody can enjoy. But the main emphasis will be on consuming and testimony because that's the albums that people enjoy listening the most.
Yep.
So we're trying to play a little bit more from those two albums because I guess that's what everybody wants to hear.
Yep. Yeah, great. Yeah, I love all the songs off those albums, so I'll be happy to hear them. But yeah. Um, so Australia's kind of, especially, so you're Europe based, aren't you? Um, so it's very different. There is some kind of similarities to Europe, but what have you kind of looked at and want to see? I guess for our natural beauty and that kind of stuff. Have you looked at much or?
Well, the thing is that I watch everything about Australia all the time because, like I said, I'm just fantasizing about how that country is, the
Yeah,
landscapes, and I'm a big nature guy, so I really love the nature, and you guys have a lot of that,
a
so
lot. Yeah,
yeah, so and it's too bad that we are there actually just for a short period of time, and every show we have to fly, so. I think this time it will be not so much time for me to kind of enjoy, the scenery and everything.
yeah,
But I'm definitely trying to come back, just personally without the band, and just trying to explore a little bit more. This time it's just like we have our working visa, and this is work. This is a job that we have to do,
yeah,
and for next year we're doing the Asia tour. We'll be very close to Australia, and I just might hop in again there as a tourist, and
yeah,
try to take a little bit more in than I know that we cannot do now.
yeah, yeah. Are you into beaches much or into
Oh, I
inland
love the
stuff?
beach. I love the beach, but I love the rough countryside as well. I love the desert. I love pretty much everything. In Australia, it's very close to New Zealand, and I'm very fond of how that landscape is.
Oops,
So
yep.
I might have to check all that stuff out. Definitely.
Yeah, yeah. There's some great stuff to check out. I do a lot of hiking and stuff like that, so I'm doing it
Awesome.
all the time. But yeah, there's some really good stuff, and the beaches here are beautiful. That's what people kind of tourists
Yeah.
generally love.
Yeah, and honestly, I mean, nature is beautiful. When people ask me, what my influences are, or how do I get inspired, I always get inspired by the wind, the sound of the waves, the sea. I'm a
Yeah,
very nature ground, I'm very grounded to nature, so I don't listen to music, especially the type of music I make myself. I don't listen to none of that because I don't want to get influenced, and it just doesn't soothe my mind. But
yeah,
when I go out there and go into the woods, or listen to the sound of the wind, that inspires me really, actually, just to have a clearer mind.
yeah. It definitely clears your mind, doesn't it? It's
Yeah, definitely.
yeah. So going over to like back to the tour. So you play guitar. What kind of gear are you using on tour? Anything kind of special or
No, not really. I mean, I try to be as ergonomic and minimal as possible. I have my camper stage with me, and I have my guitar, and that's all I need.
yeah,
I don't need amps and stuff like that. I have a lot of amp simulators, and it gives me the sound that I want, and I go directly into the main frame, the main board, the
yeah,
PA system, and it always sounds good, man. It's just like those days where um, I had to carry all that stuff around, just to get a gig and everything. That's the time of the past. If it would, if the digital would sound bad, I wouldn't use it,
yeah,
obviously. But we've come to the point in 24 where anything is possible. You have your AI, you have everything there, and that you can just use to
yeah,
make sure you can get a good sound. So I only have my little guitar with me. Look how small it is. It's just like a tiny little thing.
yeah. It's
So
great.
I take that in a backpack with me, and I'll take it
Yeah,
with me in the plane, and that's my gear. That's what I have. Nothing. I almost have
yeah.
nothing with me.
That's great, isn't it? Back to
Yeah.
the '80s where probably 410s and
Carrying
everything else.
Marshall amps and all these heavy shitload of things, and then it probably thought that would have given me some muscles, but it didn't. It just gave me a bad back.
Looks like you got the muscles still, but
I got the muscles now, yeah, but I have to work out. I'm turning 57 this year in November,
yep,
so I'm getting out there. So for me, it's very important to stay healthy.
yep,
I never drink on. Actually I don't even drink. I
yep,
don't do drugs. I don't smoke anything on tour. Not even a beer. Nothing. I'm just
yep,
trying to be as healthy as possible.
yep.
I think I owe it. I also owe it to myself for my self-respect, but I also owe it to the fans to be able to perform and not make an ass of out of myself. Where some bands are really plastered right before they go on the show, and it's like, man, you should hear yourself the next day what you played, and it's just like
Yeah,
terrible. And I never want to do that. So
no, no, especially when you guys have obviously got 35 years of like a core fan base, and they don't want to be
yeah.
the one that hears the shitty night that you did. So I think that's
Yeah,
brilliant.
and it's going to be emphasized, on the internet, and it's going to be out there all the time, and you never can get rid of it anymore. So I'd rather, be sober and perform, and maybe when I make a mistake, I can learn from my own mistake, because that's what it's all about.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. So Pestilence have kind of would you say pioneered the technical kind of death metal scene very early in that kind of scene? How have you kind of maintained that through the years?
Well, it's not, it does. I don't think it has something to do with maintaining. Maybe since you get older, the tendons hurt a little bit more and stuff like that. But as as far as me progressing as a musician, I mean, I don't practice like 8 hours a day anymore as I did like when I was a kid.
Yeah,
Um, Especially where I have lots of other stuff to do now,
yeah,
other than just playing guitar. It's almost like riding a bike. Just you just ride on your bike and it's not a problem. You've learned it. Probably your dad taught you. And then you
yeah.
know how to ride a bike.
That is,
That's it. But it all boils down to ideas that you have in your head, and I don't like to. I always like to progress. So if I hear something that I've done in the past already and not wanting to rehash it, I'll just leave it to what it is.
yeah,
So I always try to come up with original, new little things, and that's why I have the group of people with me now. They're all school musicians, and I ask them like, okay, so what do you think about this? And most of the time, they really dig it a lot. So, and it's not something that I've done before. So try to keep it fresh. And like I said, don't listen to don't listen to metal too much because you'll get influenced by it. And I don't want to sound like anybody else. So just trying to
no,
be as yeah, as fresh as possible.
yeah. All right. Well, we'll leave it there. We're about time now, but I'll put the dates up on the screen for some of the viewers here on Metal Roos. But thanks so much for your time, and look forward to seeing you over here.
Oh, definitely. And make sure that you get to one of the shows and we'll shake hand and take a picture together.
All right. Sounds
That
good.
would be awesome. Take care,
Awesome.
man.
Great to meet you. See ya.
See you, buddy.